Our mission is really simple. It's decarbonizing heating. It's the doing that's difficult. One of the main blockages for developing these solutions is that the costs are too high. And that's partly explained by the approach. I'll come back to that. Our motto is simplify, standardize and replicate. The more we can copy-paste things, the cheaper it becomes and the more we can build. Most of Sweden in those days were heated by oil. So there was this massive challenge. We need in a very short period of time replace fossil fuels in terms of oil in Sweden with something else. It wasn't driven by environmental concerns, it was driven by the fact that we were freezing. We needed to find an alternative. District heating became the alternative. District energy is really a transport network of pipes used to transport hot water from one place to another. The source of the heat could be something completely different. So it could be, using gas, but you do it in a more efficient process to heat up water. Or it could be solar. The district heating in Sweden expanded from fairly low level to a market share today 60%, and that's it. The fossil fuel content in the heat network at the same time has been reduced to today 3%. You need to do it in a stepwise process, otherwise it becomes just too costly. And we have a saying in Sweden, don't make the best the enemy of the good. Do the good first and then we make the best later. The result was more than that. You created local jobs. We bought a lot of oil from abroad, which meant that money from Sweden left the country and were invested somewhere else. Now this money can be reinvested locally. Social welfare is another one we have an important factor. And obviously today the climate change and all other pollutions challenges we are faced with. Heating accounts for almost half of the primary energy use in the UK and is responsible for 1/3 of the CO2 emissions. Comparison, air traffic is 2% CO2 emissions. The UK market, very much similar as I understand it with Canada. High dependency on gas, very, very ambitious plans to reduce the fossil fuel content in heating, which means that you need to switch from gas, which is a hard thing to do when gas prices are extremely low. I'm sure you have the same experiences here. How do we actually get the decision to move forward into implementation? You need to create a mixed team where you find the best solutions jointly in a collaborative process. Establish something called the Heat Academy, where we attract young people who would make a career in this sector and to get vocational training.